Hello. How are you? How was everybody? Well, taking Shivas, you are everybody at this very minute, which is fine with me. I'm actually very satisfied anytime I start a stream and one person is willing to sit around with me. Hey, Possum, how you doing? So, all right. So anyway, you can see I'm starting to get things kind of put together, figuring things out with this new layout. Um, Hey Tom, I this is one of those days where I'm getting on and I'm like I don't know how long I want to do it today. I don't feel bad. I just don't want to waste your time. That's the big thing. I've got plenty of things. I guess it depends on the questions that I get because if I'm getting nice like levels of good questions, it can literally keep the stream going indefinitely. So I could just keep going on forever. I did get a question earlier from someone on my chat asking me a question about the Potensic Atom 2 controller. I guess their question was, I'm going to answer them now live, and then if they happen, hey, how you doing? Zhao Andy H is in the house. Hello from Germany. Hey, we love Germany. That is the one country I have not been to yet, and I'm going there. The fatherland. I am coming to the fatherland. My family is from, I have two different German roots or genes. Everybody likes to tell you when they're from Germany. Kai and I talk about it a lot because he's from way up north, Husum. And I'm actually a northern German too, but we're more like in the Frankfurt area. Hessia. So I'm a Hessian, I guess. But I also have a substantial amount of Luxembourgish. So I've got a family. Part of my family came from Luxembourg, and then a large percentage of my German, the other part of my German heritage comes from the Hessian area, and then Poland. I'm actually got some Polish in me from two of my grandmother's sides, a significant amount, like 17%. So anyway, interesting. I know I just shared that, so now you can crap my DNA inside of a little tube and squeeze it out somewhere. All right. That's weird. That sounded weird. It looks. I'm just looking at my monitor. Everything's looking good. Colors are great. I've got the right lighting here going on. I kind of like softened it up a bit, and I haven't spent the big dollars on the live stream camera yet. I've got two live stream camera stands, and if I bought a link, because I'm telling you right now, I am all in. I am all in with with Insta360. I am all in with these guys. So I this is now my best friend right here. So I went to Insta360 Ace Pro. I just like, come on, man. Somebody is not telling me something really good about the about the action camera world, and this thing is I am dedicated to figuring this out. I really enjoyed my Go 3S, and I keep telling you because I'm trying to get you understanding. Now, this is my new low light bird, so uh, this is going to be what I'm going to count on with low light, and I needed it because if you're going to fly you know the the Mavic 3S you got in low light and any other camera, including I guess that Tensic Atom back there, you're supposed to be able to fly that in low light. I don't know yet. I will soon find out. But anyways, getting back to the screen share, bam, Insta360. Anyway, they've got that new cage for their Ace Pro. They were nice enough to give me an X4, which was really nice. So it seems like Beta FPV actually wants me to check out a Cetus Pro too. My problem with the Cetus drones are, first of all, anyway, I'm going to come back to that later. I haven't done much for FPV, and I really haven't answered Beta FPV yet. Um, I haven't answered them. Here, let's make me a little bigger, okay? But anyways, these guys are my new squeeze, and you know how I'm all in on. I'm completely all in when it comes to to DJI. They are right now the kings of completely the kings of of drones. There's no question about it. But I think that Insta360 is got one up on them right now. I really do. Drone delivery. Yeah, I think I love mounting my Insta Go 2 backwards on the racing. Yeah, that actually is a really cool, like a really cool perspective when you instead of mounting it frontwards, you mount it rear. So you see what you're flying by and you get that, whoa, I just passed that thing kind of, that surprise. That is a great way of flying, here. Let me get the Zhao Andy H on here. Let's make him. Thank you so much. You are a standard moderator on the Dad Random Technology channel. Thank you so much. Um, OBS is adding features like one after the next. So let's should we can we put our chat on here? I can't call out my chat. I wished OBS would have a way of taking my chat that shows up in the feed here and allowing me to add it into my stream. I don't know if they have that possibility because I can detach it, but I can't put it inside of the. Oh, anyway, I have to check that out. I got to figure that one out because the the OBS has a built-in chat log, and I got to go watch some videos. That's where it gets down to. But yeah, I've been outside of the here. I was talking about these cameras right here. So I'm going to give these guys equal time because I've spent so much time pumping out freaking DJI videos that it's time for me to give the love to another really good company that consistently gives us good products. I mean, these guys have. I mean, if I could reward the engineers for these guys for constantly coming out with just really good tech, you know, say I was a billionaire and I could just, and I was, running the show there, I'd be bringing those guys in, partying it up with them, going, you know what, we just killed it again. We just absolutely killed it. I can, eat my freaking shorts and we'll tell them what's up. Hey, Mike Alice with PV, how you doing, man? Greeks in the house, man. Right. Thank you guys for popping in. I love it when the Europeans pop in because it is late for you guys. And I have not been to Greece either. I was in Rome though. I was in Rome this summer. It was so damn hot. It was hot in Greece too. I had a buddy that was in Greece the same time, a couple of weeks before I was in Rome, and he was freaking dying of heat stroke. It was over 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Greece, or in Rome when I was there. It was I couldn't believe that Europe would get that hot. But it was so freaking hot. Man, it was hot. But we survived. I got to see some stuff, but I want to see some Greek stuff. I want to go to Greece and see the countryside. And hey, Mike Michaelis, I've actually been I don't know if you're a podcast listener and you like looking at and listening to about your massively awesome history. I've been listening. I know Alexander the Great is not a Greek. I'm going to ask you one question, Mike Alice. Okay, I want your honest opinion. Okay, I want you to tell me how to um, accurately um, say how you pronounce the Macedonians. Most people say Macedonians, but um, this history guy that I love, he says, it really could be Macedonians, Mac with a K, like the sound. So he called them the Macedonians. So is it Macedonians or Macedonians? Those guys to the north of you. What would you say? Mac or Mass? Macedonia or Macedonia? How would you pronounce it? Norway. Norway in the house. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Oh, this is so amazing. I love it that we have all these people in here. He was Greek. Oh, you don't. His dad is Philip of Philip. I thought of Macedon, right? Anyway, I just love the history. I'm listening. I listened to. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can find a link for you to watch, to listen to or watch. This guy's just fantastic. We'll get back to drones, guys. Um, I'm a huge, like I said, history buff. Let's see if I can find this guy for you. Let's see. His name is Dan Carlin, and he is a historian. Let's see. Let's see if I can find this one for you. Okay, this is the guy. Perfect. And he has a podcast called Hardcore History. So I'm gonna give you a link. This is for my Macedonians/Greeks. He was a Greek. All right, here we go. We're gonna put it in here. So this is for the you guys that like history. Okay, I'm a history teacher, so but this is Dan Carlin. It's called Hardcore History, and he has a free podcast, and he's doing one on. Let me see if I can find the. Does it allow me to? It's in. Let's see, archives. It's called Mania for Subjugation. That is the episode. So Mania for Subjugation, and it's all about that whole period, that whole growth period from Philip II and all the way into. But wasn't his mother Greek? Maybe that's it. Okay, anyway, Olympia, was it Olympia, his mother? Okay. Anyway, I got to be paying attention. There's so much crap that they were talking about. Moving on. Okay, but that's a link to that guy's podcast. It's excellent. If you like any history and you want to learn about that period of time, that guy just kicks butt. All right, let's see. So we got Drone Jan in the house. Hey, Drone Jan, come to Norway. Hey, we would love to. Hey, let me tell you something. You got the greatest place to drone somewhere. Okay, so Drone Jan, if you have a channel that you want to share, I'm going to be putting you up on the moderation list. And you too, from Greece, you can bring some. You can send me images from the Oracle of Delphi or wherever you want to freaking wherever you can fly. So send me some links to some awesome history. So all right, okay. So yes, Norway. My uncle's Norwegian. Yeah, they just came back from Norway. They spent a bunch of time. I can't remember what town they were in. My uncle and my aunt, he's got a very deep um, Norwegian background. I mean, Americans, we're all from Europe. So, all righty, man. So we got everybody in the house. It's a great Friday. We got all kinds of awesomeness in the house. So you guys are winding me up, man. It says it right there in Three Elements, man. It says positive vibes that wind me up, and we could the stream could go on forever. Mountain surfing and dive off the pulpit rock. Samos. I'm gonna be probably Mike Hollis. I'll probably in the very near future, within the next year or two, I'll probably end up in some kind of Greek cruise or something. And Samos, I believe, is one of those places that would go. I was cruising last year, and we covered the Italian side, but we didn't go into the Greek side. So that's so Avada too, sweet. So yes, Samos, beautiful. All that stuff over there is beautiful. Beautiful water. Guys, the Mediterranean is some of the most absolutely pristine, crystal clear water that you've ever seen. It's just, I mean, you literally can look down through it. It's like looking into a crystal into rocks. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, absolutely gorgeous. So, anyways, we lost track. First of all, I wanted to do something now. There was a comment I got, and it was concerning the controller for the Atom 2. So this is the Atom 2 controller right here, and he wanted me to measure it. Um, and what I'm going to do is put the measurements in the chat stream because he was going to cut it out. He wanted to buy a box, and he wanted to set up the box, custom set up his box for his drone, and he wanted a hard case. So I'm going to give him some measurements. All right. So let's do that. Let's give him some rough measurements. I probably could put it on the table. Let's go over the table here. Let's go to the measuring table. I just got to move over here really quick. And let's get it on the table here, and let's make me smaller. Right, so I was going to show you a couple other things too. These are some accessories I bought. Um, I got my hands on a MacBook Air uh, M4. So this is the new M4 MacBook Air. And I told you this is my editor. I'm going to be editing with this little bad boy. And I've already edited a video with it, and it totally changed my world. So this thing is going to do killer edits. Right now I'm running the stream on an HP Pavilion Ryzen 7 with AMD graphics, which it does a great job. I mean, but it doesn't edit 4K 60 video like this puppy can. So this is my 4K 60 editor. Anyways, 4K 60 editing right there. All right. Okay, so I just want to do a quick measurement right here, put it on the table. So looks like 8 inches. Looks like we got 8 inches right there on the table. Yep. So we've got 8 inches wide, and then on the long side, we have, let's see, on the long side, we're probably pushing 5 inches. So 5 inches by 8. So I would say we're 5 inches by 8 inches. All right. So that's for that question I got on my Potensic Atom video. So this is a 5x8 controller. It's pretty big. It's not a small controller. You get this thing up, and it's like I said, it weighs a lot. Let's put it on the scale. But yeah, I know it's weight. We're not weight conscious when it comes to controllers, but this is a hefty little. Here, I don't even know if I can get it on the scale to weigh it. Can I weigh it that way? Nope. Let's see if I can get it. Here, I guess I can balance it on here. About 400 and about 440 grams. So that's the hefty. I mean, there's drones that weigh 440 grams, so that's a heavy sucker. So anyway, so 8 by 5 inches and 440 grams. And if you want to compare that to if you want to compare that to the controller for um, for let's go N3 maybe. Do I have one sitting around? I don't want to go digging controllers out. I really don't. Yeah, I guess I can take this one out. So if let's just say N2, let's just put that in there. Yeah, it's heavier. It's actually heavier than this by about 20 grams. So I guess it's not too bad. But this one's got a screen in it. So anyway, that was a question that I had that I wanted to answer for a question that came up through a comment. So anyway, we got to wait on it. But yeah, this like I said, we're going to be going. We're going to be going MacBook. We're going to be going MacBook Air uh, M4 chip, and it eats through. I can do gyroflow edits with it, ProRes. It really does ProRes in a nice, reasonable amount of time. So, all right. Hotel allows photos while video is in play. Does the Air 3 do that? I do not think so. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think it does. I really don't think it does. That is the one thing that when you're flying along, because I believe the button. Let's see if do I have separate buttons? I'm going to try that out. That's actually a really good question. No, I do have separate buttons, so I'm actually gonna try that out. Can I snap shots while I'm going? I'm guessing I don't. My thought is that you can't. Because these guys want you to set up there's a lot of setup that goes into that. I guess if you're pulling frames from the 4K video, and you know what you're going to be getting, that is a huge advantage. I remember when I flew the Autel drones, um, I had the 8K Autel drone. I had the Mini. I never got the 6K. I almost bought the 6K in the light, and then they went dark, and they stopped they stopped really wanting to do consumer based drones. So I kind of that's it. It kind of weirded me out. But I was looking for the enterprise. I was going to buy the enterprise version of the light, and I was going to fly it and do some reviewing with it. And that still could happen. The enterprise light version is a really good looking drone. The only thing about the Autels is that they fly so clunky. So if you could validate the idea that they've improved their flight characteristics, to me it was kind of like flying a brick. It was very clunky and mechanical. When you fly, even when you're flying the new Atom, the new Potensic Atom, it is not clunky. It flies really smooth. And to me, smooth flying means good photography. Um, and I don't know why it's that way. I don't know why they haven't like improved the. I believe you can set up the controls and you can customize the controls to give it a more, just a better expo, a more, smooth transition. So actually, I kind of feel like the drone people are also e-bike people. We never grew up with toys, just got. That's true. I never had expensive toys growing up. I didn't, and now that I'm older, I'm kind of going crazy. But yeah, I really do enjoy e-bikes too. My problem with the e-bikes is just you only have so much you can do. And my big problem right now is, I've got four projects literally going on. I've got the DJI Flip that I fly once in a while. I still fly the Neo because everybody wants to see Neo footage, and it doesn't take much for me to get the Neo out because it's so much fun to fly. I've got all the FPV gear for the Neo. And then I got this project over here, the Potensic Atom, which, crap, I've got at least 2 or 3 more videos for that to do. And then, of course, I've been kind of hibernating on, I've been all, hibernating on this thing, on this, this thing right here, because this thing is just so phenomenal. I mean, this drone here is this DJI Air 3S is just phenomenal. It's just such a good drone. And I'm trying to find time to fly them all. And then I had 3 e-bikes. I've got another e-bike like project I got to do. So I'm busy. I've got a lot of things going on. Lots of things. Um, I have never driven a mid-drive bike. I've ridden one mid-drive bike and it was somebody else's. That was like the first electric bike I'd ever gotten on. He had actually converted his bike to a mid-drive and it was cool. Um, so yeah, you can't, you can get lost in all the different projects that you do. You can, there's only so much time in the day. There's only, you can only, you can only ignore your family so much. And you just like this weekend, I've got to unbox that new electric vehicle that I just got. I got another, um, the personal mobility people, um, kind of hijacked me into doing some personal mobility videos. I did one and I'm like, this is something that people really need. So instead of doing it like I want to do a fat tire bike or I want to do a mid drive or whatever, because I've not had a chance to do a review on a mid drive. If I did, I'd have to go buy it. Um, but the mobility people, kind of adopted me, and I'm like, I'll do them. I'll do them. I'm not. There's a lot. People are not. I'm not proud, and it's something people need, and I can give them my opinion on it. I'm a pretty good sized person, so if I sit on a mobility device, I can give them, hey, this will be safe for a person of my size, and people that tend to be like disabled tend to be pretty heavy. That's to be quite honest, and they're very expensive. And not everybody's insurance is going to suck up a $20,000 mobility chair when you just need one for Disneyland, for grandma. So it's that kind of stuff. Let's see, reading through some stuff here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, Autel does have an advantage that way, and they also have a really nice proprietary controller that with the enterprise drone, I wanted to get my hands on because it's all full, all that AI stuff. The price wasn't bad, but I really wanted that drone. That the Air 3S is the complete package. Um, it's so familiar and it's so good. It just, if I'm going to take images around where I'm at, and it's the smart technology too, the auto return. And I mean, it just freaks me out when a drone will find its path back using something other than GPS, the forward facing LiDAR at night. It's crazy, crazy technology. Let's see. Just try the Air 3S taking photo while recording and it doesn't, but it will refocus using the picture shutter button. Okay. Thanks. Hey, thanks for trying that out. I could have tried that. Um, I'd have to fly it, don't I? Yeah. Oh, I guess you could just turn it on and stick it on the counter. Thanks for trying that out, Jan. I really appreciate that. And I don't believe that. I didn't believe that you could because I'd never, I've always wanted to take shots. Like, okay, so say I'm flying in an area where I'm really got to keep my concentration. Okay. And I've got a really good subject. I'm worried about the photography part, making sure my lighting is right. And if I see something cool, quick snap a picture. So instead, what I have to do now is I have to grab a frame out of the 4K footage. I'll just pop a frame out and then hope it's good. That's not the same as a 50 megapixel, shot that you can take with the still frame camera, which is different. So yeah, you need to, let's see, how is the quality of I have not done a 70 millimeter yet. I've got a, I'm callous, I've got a lot of work to do with that thing. Always the 70 millimeter, remember, is a 1 over 1.3 camera. I did do some 70 millimeter video. I did it on the, let me see if I can find that for you guys. I did do some 70 millimeter video. I'll show you what video it's in so you guys can check that out if you have some time. So it was the one I did in the Red Rocks when I was up. Let's see here. This is the video here. Let me see if I can get to the 70 millimeter image portion of it. Let's see if I can get there here. Where am I doing? Am I flying up? I'm flying back at that point. Let's see here. Turn the sound off here. I'll see if I can find that point for you guys. All right. So let's go here and we'll do that. All right. So this is the shot that now this is full. This is the 1-inch camera. Okay. And then I'm gonna, it's hard to tell, but I can on my monitor I can give you some. Yeah, I'm just checking to see if it's in 4K. So I'm gonna fast forward it here because this is where I start playing around with the camera, and then I switch it into 70 millimeter. So here, this is the 1-inch shot, okay? And then I think I switch over the camera to 70 here. Let's see, maybe it's later in this. Let's see, I got to find out where I change my camera over. If I do video, I'm doing photos. Let's see if I'm almost sure I switched to 70 here. Okay, we're going back to video. There, we're going back to video. Let's see. So that's 1-inch. Let's see when I switch it over to fast forward here. I thought I was closer to it when I did it. Yeah, I got it. Let me just, yeah, oh, there we go. That's definitely 70 millimeter. I'm doing focus track. Let me see if I can find it. Right now, YouTube is trying to, get into that. No, the Goggles 3 have not been for the Air 3S. I thought you could. I haven't tried that. There's a lot of things I haven't tried, guys. Here, I got to go forward here. I got to get out of this section here. Okay, that's my orbit. I know after I do the orbit, I mess around with the 70 millimeter. I thought I did. I can't be flying back. Yeah, this is where I do it here. I go down and then I do it. Yeah, I do it right here. So that's 70 millimeter right there. So let me go backwards. Okay, so this right here, I'm adjusting my camera. Now this is the regular, okay, right here. This is when I switch it. Okay, that's 70 right there. That's 70 millimeter right there. From this distance, I am not, I would say it's a little bit blotchy. I probably needed to get closer and have a smaller subject. Let me see, but so yeah, I go from here, and I always like to have soft footage too. So more than likely, I have the camera set up really soft, meaning that it's not going to make it very sharp. But I didn't do it in post. It's done on the camera. Not yet. Thank you, Drone Lake guy. Here, let me get Drone Lake up here. We get him in the moderator. I'm trying to help you get all you guys set up here. All right. So this is where I switch over from, and I think I might back out of this too. This is really not a good subject. That's not bad, right there, right there. Because what you want to do is you want to get that, you want to create that depth, that f, that focal depth, and you can get an illusion of it putting it in the 70 millimeters.